Hey there folks, welcome back to Beulahland Farms. We're in September. Quite a few months have passed since the last episode. But before we head down the road, you notice I have the combine just finished filling it full of diesel. And I want to run over here. I want to show you something that we have going on. We're going to talk about what has happened here as we go along. But if we open up the gate, look here. We have little baby sheep. Look at them cute little things. Oh, all right. So I did on the last episode we were mowing the hay. I did get that put into the barn. I did use an auto load. I didn't want to fool with loading it manually, so I've got the hay in here, and we've got we've had quite a bit of production of wool. So what I've done, at least temporarily, I've placed that over into the barn here. We've got it stored in here just for now. So yeah, let's hop in the combine and head over to the field. So the other thing that I've done, I want to hop in the cab here so it's a little quieter, is I have sold the dry corn. Actually ended up with it higher than the set max price. So I went ahead and sold it. And we have placed a few of the oak trees from the other farm into our lumber mill or sawmill, and sold a few pallets of the beams. And so we've accumulated a little bit of cash. I was thinking about upgrading the combine, but I didn't quite have enough, so I haven't done that yet. So we're going to use the Massey at least one more crop. See how it goes. The rice field is not very big, and that is what's ready today, is the rice. If we look across the road here, though, let me pop out of the combine. You see the oak trees over on the property have grown quite a bit. So I think they're in their last stage of growth, 5 of 6. So those are becoming quite big, and they make a pretty nice amount of wood into the sawmill each tree. So I've only cut down 4 or 5 or so, so we still have a lot left. So today we're going to harvest the rice, and so what I've done is, since we now last month, and of course now we're dry, that field is dry, so the crawfish have actually ran out of production. There is no more broodstock in that crawfish production. So I've got the crawfish sold. I want to get some storage facility for them, maybe some type of cold storage, but right now I don't have that, so I'm just been selling them off the field, not getting the best price. I took about a $40,000 hit. I only made a 30-something thousand versus 70-something thousand. So that was unfortunate, but it is what it is. You see over here to the left, the grass field has grown back, so I'll need to cut that again for some more hay. Now I don't think I'll need too much for the sheep, so I'll probably end up selling some of it at some point during this playthrough. But right now the sheep are occasionally bumping into eating the hay that I put in there. They'll run out of meadow, and now that we have a group of lambs that have come along, we'll probably run into that situation a little bit more frequently. So I did end up buying this grain cart or auger wagon over here, so we've got that, and I picked up this header, and we've got the trucks down here, so all staged and ready to go. But I'm going to pull the truck up here just a little bit. I need to get this header on, and I kind of hated to buy the header not knowing if I was going to keep this combine or not, but it is what it is. We'll just have to deal with that if it becomes an issue. So I did move through quite a few months on this playthrough, and I really didn't want to, but there wasn't a whole lot going on. The fields were pretty much where they needed to be. just wasn't a whole lot going on. I could have done some contracts, but I think I'm to the point now we're making enough money. I really don't need to do any contracts. So probably won't be doing too many of those going forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop in the combine, take it over, and we're going to start on this rice field here and see how that goes. All right, so one thing I am going to do, I mentioned that the crawfish production has basically run out of materials and the field's dry, so it's not currently active. But I think we're going to move it. It was a neat concept, placing it by the rice field, doing the dual purpose like is actually done in real life, but I don't want to do that. I want it to be able to run all year. So we're going to move it at some point in the future. All right, so there is no straw with rice, just making sure. I'm really not sure how much yield we're going to get off of this field. It showed 80 something percent, but well, my main concern is how fast it's going to fill up the combine. I did buy this header here. This is the matching header that goes with the Massey, so went ahead and just picked it up. The header trailer is the matching one as well. So we've got a complimentary set, and we still have the corn header over at the farm. We're going to need that pretty soon once the corn is ready. We've got a lot of corn to harvest, and that's where I'm thinking we probably need a bigger combine for that. I just don't know if we'll be able to afford it. I think we will if we can get some trees over into the lumber mill or sawmill, because that would make some quick cash, but it's going to be having the time to do it. We'll have to see. I tell you, as I had done early on, come along this field edge and cleared out some of these trees, definitely opens it up a little bit, makes it a little bit less treacherous driving along that field edge. And this side over here was not bad at all, so I didn't do anything with that. Hop in cap here and take a look. Yep, looking good. So we're only about 40%, 44% now, and we've gone around the field a good ways, so we should be able to make it all the way around the field, at least this initial pass, and maybe a little bit more than that before we have to unload. So as far as the crawfish production, I am going to move it. We talked about that just a few moments ago, but I don't know where to move it yet. I thought about maybe digging a little pond on property and putting it there, but I don't know if there's any water planes mods out yet where I could place it and or make a hole and then create a water plane to simulate their little pond. So I've also thought about trying to find a property on the map that maybe has a pond or access to some type of water system to do or to place the crawfish and create the production there. So I've got to look around. I haven't decided yet just what I'm going to do. So we are definitely going to pause the production here in this field. It did work. I did simulate that activity, but I do want to have that be able to run continuously. Very nice. All the way around. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pull up beside that grain cart right here. Matter of fact, I might as well pull up beside the truck since I am right here. Get our auger moving out. All right, let's back up to the truck. There we go. Our first load into the truck. Why am I sinking? That was weird. Huh. So yeah, this field will get this harvested. Now I don't know. Let's see if we're looking at the calendar. So we're harvesting the long grain rice right here. So yeah, we would not be able to replant this field until next April. There's nothing else, I don't believe. Yeah, there's nothing else. We couldn't double crop this field or anything, so it'll just have to lay empty or barren for a while. Maybe we'll plant some oilseed radish or something in it just to let that go. All right, so I'm going to keep on with this field for just a little while, get some of it done, and then I'll bring it back in. Let's look and see how we're getting along. All right, so we have a full load in the combine and it's across the field, so I decided to go ahead, grab the auger wagon and run over and empty it out. Now I did bring this over. I wanted to use this in this field especially because, well, it was just wet. So I would think that trying to drive a truck out here would be treacherous and probably sink into the wet soil or moist soil. So I thought having these larger tires and the tractor out here would probably be more appropriate. And we'll leave the truck over there across the field on the side of the field where it's nice and dry. So it looks like we're going to end up with a pretty decent amount of rice. I don't know exactly how much this sells for, if it's very valuable. I'm just not sure. But it'll be interesting to see what we make off this field. All right, I am actually going to jump in the combine here and let's let a helper continue on. I've done it all up until this point, but we'll let a helper go. And oh, okay, he does not want to go that way. Let me get this out of the way. That is one thing I don't care for, the helper system in this particular version of the game. It just does not want to pick up right where you hit go. That's something that frustrates me. It thinks it knows better than I do. Yeah, it's going to come down that little, look at that, just a little tiny edge. Now it's going to come down here. What is it doing? I just don't get it. I like the GPS that they incorporated. I don't like the helper system. I really don't. And let me move again so he doesn't run into me. All right, well, we'll continue on. Alrighty, we just got finished with the field, and so let's get the last little bit of this rice out of the combine. We'll take it over to the truck. Here we go. our front is full, and let's see how much we have in the back. It's probably going to end up about, well, that's over 50% there. Actually, a pretty good load of rice, it looks like. All right, let me turn off the combine real quick. Oh, let's see right there. Oh, what is going on there? There we go. Had a field of view change. Let's see. All right, so let's take this over to the farm, and let's see how much rice we have, and then, well, we know how much we have, but how much it is in value once we get it deposited into the silo. See how much it's worth. So that pretty much took up the morning for this first part of September. I am going to have to cut this grass field here, and I don't know if we'll do that off camera or if I'll have that for the next episode. But I am probably going to upgrade the rake. The one I bought was just too small, and there's actually one in the used vehicle section. I may go ahead and grab that just to make our windrows a little bigger and not have to go up and down the field so many times with the baler or the rake. So we'll probably do that. Go ahead and upgrade the rake. It was just a little bit too small. Tell you, this wagon here behind this truck makes for a much better or much bigger load that we can carry each time. Truck just does not hold all that much by itself. All right, let's see if I can get in here without hitting the sides. It's a little bit narrow. All right, first the rice is going in now, and we're still got that problem there with the truck. All right, now for the trailer. While we're waiting on that to empty out, let's look at the sheep. So we had bought 50 initially, and so we now have 50 of the babies. So we're up to 100 sheep. So our wool production should increase as we go along. But like I was mentioning earlier, the meadow down here, so they're chewing it down pretty quickly. We still have some hay in here, but I'll probably need to add some more just so we don't run out. So while we're here at the silo, which we don't need to be, we could be anywhere, but let's look at the rice. So ended up with 32,640 liters off of that field. Looks like a max value around 54,000. And matter of fact, oh, I shall just sell it right now. I should have looked at, well, I wish I'd have known that before I brought it all the way over here to the silo, because yeah, the best price is now. So let's turn right around and load it back up. In and out, in and out. Let's find it there. All right, so let me just look here real quick. So rice, best price is in July. We're in September. Yeah, summertime, I guess it's the best price, so we'll take it. I'm going to take it now. There's no guarantee it would be that price or better in the future, so we're going to go ahead and take the win right now. All right, so I'm actually going to send this on a trip to, it was the farmer's market. We're going to send it off to do its thing, and hopefully it doesn't wreck. And while that's happening, I need to clean up the tools we have over here. So we will not have any other harvesting to do until the corn is ready. So that does give me some time, potentially, to change out our harvester. I don't know if we will. I just don't know yet. We'll have to see. Man, probably should not be driving out in the field we're going to cut for grass, but we're going to. It'll be all right. All right. So the nice thing about auto drive, I tell you, I don't know that I could play the game without it, but we're going to send this back over to our main farm. Put it back in storage for now. And then we're going to send this guy over there. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit, just so we don't have any mishaps since it's pulling a trailer. Send that off. Hopefully he'll find his way. It's probably going to fall in right behind the combine. Yeah. Oh no. Let's see. Do we have a crash situation? We do. Boom. I'm not sure why that did not realize they were on the same course. Auto drive is usually pretty good about that. There we go. We'll get it fixed. And let's grab the tractor and bring that back over. So yeah, this field here, I may put some oilseed radish or something just to throw some fertilizer in it. Now, one thing we did not do after the last, or when we plowed it, after we plowed it, was pick up the stones. We can't really see them too much, but there are stones in that field, so maybe something we need to pick out. I don't know. All right, and I'm going to send this one over to the main farm. And while we're looking, let's just see here. Let's see, field 48. So it does not need to be plowed. We do have a mulch state, and it does already have one state of fertilizer. That's interesting. But yeah, everything's good. So we do have stones. It does not need to be plowed. So very good. All right, so we're going to get this rice over here. Let's find the truck, and let's just ride along with it as we go. So kind of while we're driving here, kind of talk about what we have planned moving forward. So we have the crawfish situation. I need to figure something out with that, somewhere to put it on the map. You know, maybe it's not anywhere close. I don't know. I've got to look around the map and see what I can do. I don't want to put it. I've thought about these ditches here, but that's kind of gross. Although I do know crawfish grow in the ditches, I don't think we should do that for commercial purposes. We have corn coming up. We've got to harvest. I'm hoping to upgrade the combine before then, because we have an awful lot of corn to harvest, and that little Massey, I think, is going to struggle to get it all in. And so I do want to upgrade. I have one in mind. There's one I would like to use. I haven't used it yet. It's kind of a special combine, but I want to use it. I haven't had a chance. I have not even bought it in game anything, so I do want to try that, I think, on this playthrough. And then we've got some trees over at our other property we need to potentially start working with. I'm trying to here and there cut a few when I have time to get those in the production, but I don't want to overdo it as well. So trying to balance that as we go along. So combine, crawfish, trees, we've got going on. Between now, well, actually now I've got to get the grass mowed. Matter of fact, once the machines get back to the farm, I'm probably going to go ahead and hook up the mower and get that going over at the other field. And then we're going to have to get that hay taken care of and get those bales off the field. I think I'll go ahead and put those bales into storage too. Get those in there just to have some extra. I don't think I'll sell them just yet. So a lot kind of going on, a lot to do currently. And of course, I still want to expand. I want to go big on this playthrough. I want to have quite a bit of land, be able to use some larger machinery eventually. Probably going to need to upgrade this truck situation at some point. This is not ideal. Maybe get a semi and a normal grain trailer at some point. So we got 28.5 there. There's another 27.5. So quite a bit of money there with our rice harvest. So we're up to 469,000. Oh, and we are ticking down. Why are we ticking down? It's these auto drive people. It is costing me money. They are ticking down the profits. Let's do this real quick. We'll get this guy moved over here. I'm going to swing it around. I am going to put it back in the barn for now until I decide to get rid of it, because who knows? Maybe I'm not able to. We'll park it right here for now because we're going to wash it. And then let's get the truck pulled out of the way, just so this other guy can reach his destination and stop the cost. And the auto drive cost a lot. All right, we got a little bit of a mess right here on the farm, but that's okay. We're starting to just get busy. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please be sure and click the thumbs up button. Make sure you like the video. And if you hadn't subscribed yet, I'd appreciate if you consider doing that today. I certainly appreciate that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope each of you have a blessed day.